Have you all met my new son? He's so cute. Toto. Toto. هون لعبة. This is what I'm reading right now. It's Bone of My Bone by Joanna Van Veen. It's like a horror kind of thing, and I'm almost 70% in. I do have some thoughts, but I will share later. I'm super behind on my arcs, so.
제가 100% 안심하고 신뢰할 수 있는.
Okay. Hello again. I did read a book last night. I'm at 83%. So I'm almost done. Definitely planning on finishing this today. Here's the thing. I think I'm pretty sure we already got like the big reveal supposedly of this book, and we did get the last auto chapter. So there's that. Like I haven't finished it yet, but overall I feel like this book is not very plot heavy. I feel like in terms of events there's maybe like 3 events that happen, like beginning, middle, somewhat towards the end, and like there's gonna be an ending obviously. I don't know what's gonna happen. I do like it. It does seem to be more character driven or more character focused, but like I also don't know how to feel about these characters. Like I like their relationship, I like everything, but like as characters I feel like they're not strong enough for the story to be like fully focused on them and like not have that many events happening. Otto's character, I hate to say that because like why is the only man in the book the character that like stood up to me the most? I don't know, but like I think it's because like his character is like solely driven by regrets, and I really like that. Like he is such a horrible person, but it makes you kind of sympathize with him a little bit. Okay, the thing is like more so I don't know how much I can like say or like spoil about the book because it's not even out yet, so like I'm really trying hard to avoid saying any spoilers and like still saying my thoughts. Also, here's the thing. I talked about Otto. I did not talk about the Necromancer. I think he's a very interesting character because he is like the main villain, the main antagonist, and he works in like witchcraft and whatever, like all that kind of stuff. Also, this is a horror novel and I really wanted more horror. Like I want it to be more spooky. I think there's maybe one scene where Ursula is like at the convent, her convent, she's trying to do something that was a little bit tiny bit scary, but like otherwise I think we needed more horror. And what I was saying about the Necromancer is like he's the main antagonist, but I feel like he's the most interesting, dare I say, likable character. Like this guy, even Ursula thought he was the freaking devil at the beginning, but he's the only person or thing that made Otto kind of like think back on all the wrong things he's done in his life and kind of like regret that and sort of like repent in a way. So like what kind of message are we sending out here? Like I have no idea, but I thought he was kind of funny, I can't lie. Anyway, now I'm gonna go continue it and finish it, but I need to have coffee first or I will go insane. So Hey. I finished Born of My Bone, and I honestly wasn't sold on the book all that much up until the ending. I kind of take back what I said about the necromancer. Like, once we actually got his full story, I'm like, wow, what a loser. Yeah, I just thought he was stupid. He was kind of a loser. Everything that he did was not really justified, which is interesting because the exact same thing happened in the ending, and that's what made me like the ending. Like, I like the parallelism of it. I thought that was cool. I also think like this book kind of needed to have more characters. I did enjoy Elspeth's character. I think she's very interesting. She is the narrator, kind of, because there's about 3 POVs in the book, including Otto, who I really wish we had gotten more of, actually. But she's the one who's in first person, so she is the narrator. And I wasn't so sure about her character. I was like, I liked her, but I don't know, up until the end she's a little insane. And you know what, I love that. Like, I support women's rights and women's wrongs, so she was cool. The necromancer, but yeah, I do wish we got more of Otto and more of his like inner thoughts. Like, I thought he was an interesting character. Ursula, I don't really know, to me she wasn't as like 3-dimensional as Elspeth was. She was kind of just a motivator for Elspeth's character development at the end. But overall I did enjoy the book. But like, when Necromancer was talking about his whole like story, I was like, what is like this like gothic romance as shit? And then they just did the same thing. So this book turns out more to be gothic than like really like a horror book. And now that I know that, I do enjoy, but like I wish I had that in mind before, instead of like expecting more like spooky things. But I think overall I would give it like 4 stars. Also, this is the next book that I'm gonna start. This is Remarkably Bright Creatures. I know the movie came out and I really want to watch that, so I'm very excited to start it, finish it, watch the movie. I have hope. I have high hopes for this. Like, I do genuinely think I'm gonna like it because I started reading it a while back and then like stopped. Yeah, my plan is to read outside, like a little picnic, if you will. So we'll see.
the shoulders of a young